it's like buying real estate in the 70s and 80s. You're in the wrong place, wrong time. But leverage income means that you do something once and you get paid for it over and over. Anybody been in a commercial? No. Anybody write a hit song? How about a book that? No. So this might be your only chance for residual income. It's network marketing. Why is that? Because you can do something once, introduce somebody to a product that's going to change their life, skincare line that's going to make them look better, maybe get a new or different husband or wife. Not different, meaning like that didn't come out right. So this is the way that leverage income works. Let's go through it. Obviously, retail, you buy wholesale, sell retail. Buy low, sell high, right? We got that figured out. You earn commissions when somebody buys a package. There they are, from 25 to 250. And here's the fun part. Has anybody heard that binaries are bad? I'm in a binary. Oh, binaries are bad. Yeah. You have to build 2 teams. Yeah. Oh, because you know, you have to build 5 teams. Or 10 teams. No, 20 teams in some of them. Yeah. Oh, they're so bad. If that person says that, that means they don't understand anything. I'm serious. Because they don't understand that once you sponsor 2 people, the third person helps somebody else. Oh, helps. In a unilevel, which they're talking about, or a breakaway, which is called Garage Qualified, in a unilevel, when I sponsor Becky, and then Leslie, and then Lita, well, if I'm in a binary, Lita's one of them. If I'm in a unilevel, like that person probably saying, we're better, she helps nobody over there. This whole board becomes my front line of helping nobody. Why would they want to work together? They're all in competition, but when they're underneath each other, the volume's helping everybody else out. And here's how it works. Using my clicker, my fancy clicker. All the volume holds. Retail volume, wholesale, your packages, auto ship, anything that a person purchases from the company anywhere in the world is going to hold as long as you do your 60 points per month. What does that mean? 1 reserve box, serum, AM, PM.
3 instantly ageless.
36 instantly ageless. If you buy things, if you want more things that you can get from 60 points, this is just really quick, I'll tell you. Ask your upline, go to your prepaid shopping cart and buy it from your prepaid auto ship so you extend out your stuff. Don't buy Affinity on your auto ship because you're wasting 60 points a month. I'll just say it once later on and ask your upline to explain to you.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. But 60 points is all you need.
Well, how much is 60 points?
It could be different prices. If it's ageless, it's going to be $34.95 times 3. So 105, 104.85.
40 bucks.
If it was $40 here, so it's 120. It's easier math. 120. If it's reserved, it's $83.85.
So different products have different points, though.
Yes. They
You
wanted
need 60 points to maintain a wholesale product.
correct, and they wanted this. They wanted the ageless to be less money to get it crazy out there, and that's what. And it won't be raised in price. All right. So as you're building points, your points are staying. You're looking for a thing called a cycle. If this side was my left side, and you were my right side, and you did 300 points, and you did 600 points, I did a cycle for $35, and I'm happy. Because somewhere somebody did something that I sponsored one person once, and they went crazy. Over here it took me 10 people maybe, and you guys went crazy, and you did 300. That's $35. But the good news is that can happen 750 times in a week. And there's no depth requirement. That person doesn't like binaries, doesn't understand that over the course of time, like for instance, many of us are in our 3rd year. As your group builds, there's a thing called a bubble. The bubble of people are going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into your group. In the beginning, all your people are up close to you. As you get a mature organization, being a person who's seen the back offices of many companies writing comp plans, you can see where most of the people end up being. And as you're longer in a company, it pushes down. So In a unit level, you get paid sometimes 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 levels deep sometimes. Well, over the course of 3, 4, 5 years, depending on your structure, your biggest amount of people can be below your pay line. In this company with the team commissions, there is no pay line. It goes down, I don't know, Kathleen, how deep are you? And are you like 300 people deep in that? How deep do you have? Like 300, 400 people? Like 500 people down, when they buy something, we're both getting paid. When somebody does 300 points on my 500 level, we're getting paid $35. In a unit level, that's even a joke, because you're going to have so many people breaking that as far as taking those commissions. So this is kind of fun. So this is the part of the unit level, this is the part of the hybrid part, where the most of the money from this comp plan comes from, is from helping others succeed. So if you were to sponsor, I'm doing a 2, aren't I? Sorry. If you were to sponsor, we should change these names. Cat? Is there a cat in the room? Okay. If you were to sponsor Cat, and then Tom, Pat, all the people on your front line, when they earn a cycle, so say you sponsored Becky, and Becky last month cycled at least 200 times, because she's a Ruby. So 200 times. If you had only a couple customers, you would get 20% of that $35 each time it took place. So you would get $7 of that $35 would be yours. $7 times 200 is how much? $1,400. Is that correct? Yeah. That's pretty good for sponsoring Becky. Yeah. So how do you get a raise? By having 5 customers. I'll be ahead of myself. You see where it says 20 or 30? You can get 25% by having 5 customers. But I said earlier, you don't want customers, so what do? You have 5 wholesale buyers who sign up as distributors who do not earn income. Now, if they earn income, you want them to, of course. But many times, they just want the product at wholesale. So you're going to allow them to get the cheapest wholesale price. They don't earn income, they count as a customer for you. When you get 5 of them, you get a raise from $7 to $8.75. Here's the more fun part. When you have 10 customers or more, you get 30%, $10.50. So at the bottom level, you're earning $1,400, and $10.50 times 200 is what? 2,100. That's an $800 raise for getting 10 people on the product. Okay? That's kind of worth it. That's how that thing works out. Remember I said earlier the maximum commission the company can pay you on team commissions was $26,250 per week? But how come there's people earning 6 figures per week? Multiple 6 figures per week. How do they do that? Not with multiple spots. They do it with sponsoring people. Because if you did the math really fast, let's just do the math for fun. Say Becky went to be the person who maxed out her check each week. She earned $26,250 each week, and I sponsored her. Happy days. But if that took place, what would happen was I would earn $7,800 each week just by being her sponsor. If she sponsored with an L, Leslie, and Leslie was an emerald, I'd earn $5.25 every time she sponsored somebody, or 15%. And then Leslie sponsored, it is L, Lita. I would earn 10%. And then the one next to her, I don't know your name, Julie, $1.75, or 5% every time.
The sponsors, they're all in one level. Does it matter where they are, where they sponsor?
In this comp plan, they stay front line to you, and they look like this, but in the team commissions comp plan, they can end up on your 300th level, but they're front line to you and it counts for this side of the plan. So you're helping people with putting the volume underneath them, but then you're also their sponsor too as well. It's kind of neat. It's very neat. So, there's people who are sapphires who are earning. There's a gentleman who just met Ruby, and we love him because his story's great, but he's been in since day one. He was almost forced to get in. His name's, yeah, Robert Nahn. And Robert Nahn is a character. His wife made him go Ruby finally. But he was sapphire, earning roughly $50,000 to $60,000 per month as a sapphire, off of sponsoring one person who had like 3 diamonds in his group. So when people say a binary has to be 2-legged, they're not right.
So it's got like level 4, 5, 6, 7, 5%. So if you go down to level 20, is it still 5%?
No.
That's where I don't get
On
it.
this part of the plan, stops at the 7th level. They're paying out 75% of that $35 again. So when you cycle, you're getting paid $35. The company's paying out 75% again out to other people of that $35.
So what happens when you get like to the 8th, 9th level?
Oh, if you have things happening down there, you're very excited, you're done. I don't know what your done number is, but that's past it.
She's mixing the team bonus part up.
So you're sharing in the company? Is what you're telling me?
Oh, no. Okay, what happens, so if you're mixing, there's 2 comp plans. What a Am I frozen? Not moving. IT. Not moving. Honey. So what happens is, when you sponsor somebody, say this is my left leg, and all you guys are in a row. What's your name? Monique. So what's your name?
CJ.
So CJ went to my website, I'm set for left. You sign up, my left side, last person on the left side is Monique.
Okay.
CJ goes underneath Monique. In the matching bonuses, you end up front line to me. So if you look at your back office under sponsorship, you'll see all your front line. You hit their button, then you see their front line. But there are 2 different comp plans at the same time happening.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it a binary marriage to a level.
She calls it a binary married to a meal level. I wouldn't call it that. It's a hybrid form. Diamond pool. Trust me, it's good. We can't really talk about it. It's good. You get shares. By being in it each month, you get shares. By having other diamonds in your group, you get more shares. By having every 2,000 cycles, which you have, every 2,000 cycles you get a share. So it's a good thing to be in. When you get there, it's like just extra fun. It can't run out. Why can't it run out? Because when people become diamond, they've added more volume, so it just gets shared. Every 3 months, they take all the volume and put 3% into it, and that 3% is of the company volume. So if it runs out, that means the company's not doing volume anymore. So it's just do what you can to get to Sapphire, then get to Ruby, then get to Emerald, and then get to just
Go to war.
and yeah. So you come in for $49.95. This is oh boy, we're doing this again. Just kind of price. That's not very nice. Just kind of.
It's still processed to that perspective.
So here's somebody else's view of this. This is it's like Steve Green's view. So here's another way of looking at the team commissions. So there are the packages over here. Why should you never create a package? Just go with because George said so. These are the different packages. I personally like to sell the $199 or the $1,099 because my anticipation is that once they get in for $199, they're going to upgrade themselves. You can't upgrade yet from the $499 to the $799. We're all asking for that. I haven't seen it happen yet, but we're hoping. The $1,800 package is for people who are really shipping challenged in most cases. In foreign countries where, like for instance, we had a country there where the serum was $83.95, but to get it there was like $62. But if they ordered 12 serums at once, and they all got them shipped at one time, it'd be 119 shipping. So it makes more sense to buy all of them at one time. The $17.99 gives you like an ambassador pack, but it also gives you 11 months of product up front and qualifies you. That 60 points gets spread out for you for 11 months. So it's nice for people who have high shipping costs, like in England where phones don't work. Because something's more important. Something became more important, and she jumped up. So these two things are kind of like putting your big toe in, but you can't upgrade to the $1,099. Eventually you want somebody to get that ambassador pack so they have that sapphire status, so they can start matching. In training, we talked about yesterday for a little while about how most people who go sapphire do it fast. Whether they take 3 months and then they say, okay, I'm going to do it now, or they start from the beginning. How fast did you go sapphire, Becky?
It wasn't fast.
It wasn't fast. It took a year. Okay. Okay. Anybody else go sapphire pretty fast? Maybe my theory is wrong.
We have some that are doing it in a couple of weeks now.
Okay. So Kathleen went sapphire in 3 days. I was a slacker. It took me 5 days. Some of our team did it in 10 days. So what we noticed in our team is that the people going fast are making it happen for their team also, going fast. Because you're just calling 12 people and having them get 2. It's not like that. So that's what it is. So this is a different view of the team commission, showing how you get paid. And different volumes count everywhere. And you don't lose your points ever. There's no flushing involved. Other companies might let you accumulate points, but once you start accessing them, they lower you down to 100,000. I sit down. Other companies don't let you accumulate more than a certain amount. They don't let you accumulate more than a certain amount of points. It just doesn't go over a certain amount. This will let you accumulate.
500 meaning, that doesn't make sense to me.
What's happening, what he's showing you here is, when a person buys an ambassador pack, use the pointer, that person right there bought an ambassador pack for $1,099. It comes with 500 points.
Okay.
Bill bought one with 500 points. And then somebody else, I bet if I did this, there'd be some more.
Okay.
So here we go, this finishes out. So there's some more ambassador packs there. So there's 3 ambassador packs here, that's the inner points.
Okay.
Once this side does 300 points, it'll look over here for 600, subtract it, and put a check in your wallet for you. The one side will never go over 300 points. One side will always be below. It can flip back and forth, depending on which side goes faster.
Don't worry about it. Just know you get
Yeah, just through sponsoring, it all works itself out. This is just another view. This is a second person's way of explaining the same concept I just did. So first level match. Oh, there's no cat involved here. That's good. So that's how it works. This should be more. So what they're showing you here is actual checks. So if you can see here, this person Sam didn't do anything. Is there Sam in the room? Get to work. So Mary earns $2,000 in team commissions. You're going to get $400 of that. If Bill earns $1,000, you're going to earn $200 of that, unless you have more customers, if you remember correctly. There's 10%, $350 per cycle, and then the 175s. So here's the chart that makes you go crazy. The first thing that we coach on is really getting to Sapphire. That's the first level that you really want to work with somebody at. If somebody said, so what do I do to build this business? Well, you get to Sapphire as fast as possible, and then you help others do what? Get to Sapphire as soon as possible. Because you can't go get something, oh, I want to be a Ruby. That's great. You need 180,000 points to be Ruby. You just can't, like, become Ruby overnight. You need people. You need leadership. You need people doing things. You have to have people becoming Sapphire or training other Sapphire. So that's the one thing you focus on, because that will tell you if they're serious or not. If they're going to sponsor 12 people who can get 2, doesn't matter how long it takes or when they started. We had people involved for a year using the product, and when they woke up one day and said, okay, I'm ready, and then they went to work with Sapphire. You never know when it's going to be in somebody's life. You have like 400,000 points holding in, because they just were sitting there holding products. So they had all the people have underneath them all that time, gave them a reason. It's kind of neat. So, director level you want to get to because you get more fun things. The company takes care of you a lot with different events. There's a millionaires club at events. I don't know what the number is now. It's 500,000 total earning. I don't know what the number is. And you have a dinner at the events that you can do. Annual director trip. People just get back from that. That's a fun thing to go to. Diamond thing. All this is good. Don't worry about any of this. Get to Sapphire, then get to Ruby, and the rest will take care of itself because you have it all figured out. Our team, we like to talk about never missing an event and never missing a contest. If you go to all the events with people, not just by yourself, and you focus, you and your group, on getting on these vacations, you'll create enough momentum that the rest will take care of itself. Who here is going to Cancun? Anybody? Qualified, few of you? 3, 4?
I'm not qualified, but I'm going.
But you're going away? Awesome. I don't know, I don't remember the last time that we took a vacation that wasn't with 300 or 600 or 1,200 of our closest friends. We've been together in network marketing now for 17 years, and that's how we met, at a convention actually. And it's so much fun when you have your team, and you worked hard with your team, and they get to go on these vacations, and it changes their lives. That's the one. Win trips and incentives. Your upline has your personal training for you. Conferences, obviously, this whole group should be going to LEAD, right? You're all going to the thing in March, right?
Yeah.
You might want to get your tickets because I don't know the exact number, but they're almost out. And they have, those of us who went to Macau were fortunate, because those who didn't buy tickets to Macau but went anyways and tried to buy tickets there, sat in the room next door and watched it on a screen. They were all in Macau to go to the convention, but they sold out at 12,000 something people, and they had 1,500 people in rooms watching them on TV screens, because they couldn't let them in. So there's only 4,500 spots available. Doesn't sound like much, but there was 3,000 people at the Orlando event. 20, yeah. So just know that it's going to sell out, and it's going to happen soon. So don't wait till the last minute on that. And I was ahead of myself here. Show off your new Zen body. Team building while drowning on a catamaran. 2 years in a row in Cancun at the same resort, pontoon was leaking. I took people out and were like sinking. Next year back I said, did you fix it? Yeah, I fixed it. Let me see the hole. It was fixed. It still sunk the same. This guy Bruce, I made him get off and swim to shore. He still complains to me 7, 10 years later. What are we, 7? He still says, you made me swim a mile. Oh my God, you had your life jacket on and you could see the shore. It was like 200 yards. Sorry, sidetracked there. So here we go to Riviera Maya, July 20th. I'm sure it's going to be nice and cool there. Bring your something. Yeah, it's going to be warm there, everybody. So there's some things that you can do in your life, and there's some things you can't do. What you can't do is control this. But you can make choices around this. This is our slide. This is one of the most important slides. If I could wipe your memory of everything you learned today, and only go home with the memory or the knowledge of what could happen to you if you took place in the right place at the right time with the right company, how that could change your life. And what would that do for the rest of your life? Who here has had groups of over 10,000 people? Raise your hand. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Clayton, how did it happen?
Amazing products at the right time and very little support from the company.
Not a different company. Kathleen, you've done it multiple times. How did it happen? Was it because of timing? Because the problem was because of?
Opportunity and timing.
Opportunity timing. Becky, what was it?
Yeah, it was the timing, yeah.
Is it this company or a different company?
A different company.
Okay, timing, okay. I've done it 11 times now. 11 different times over 10,000 people. I'm tired. With friends, yes. So, in the old days, I used to come here with a pointer, and I would say that Canada was over here. You see a formulation like this? I used to point over here, remember? In the old days, I used to point over there. No longer, guys. This room's, what, 100 people? 85 people? You guys are right here. You're in formulation now. You actually have products registered. You've got people who are rubies and diamonds. Kathleen's been diamond. She has emerald in her group here in Canada. Kathleen Degelman's diamond. No, she's not from here though. I just think she is.
She lives half time in Victoria,
Oh.
half time in San Francisco.
I didn't know that. So she has diamonds here. There's rubies here. There's rubies and emeralds over in Toronto. You have to get on your horse now. No longer can you watch, hockey.
Yes, we can.
You have this window of time that allows you to get box seats at hockey games whenever you want, but you have to put it away for a season or two because it's on 16 channels here, 24/7. I don't understand. So this right here is starting to happen here in Canada. This wave here of momentum. You do not want to go through it by yourself. You have to have people experiencing this with you. When people in your downline go from sapphire to ruby to emerald in 6 months, 9 months, that's when your life changes. When you get 6 people that all say, I'm going to go do this, and 4 of them go do it. That's important. But when you get 6 people that just call you and ask you about the ingredients of this new product that just came out, and they call you because they're down. You have to be focused right now with business people who want to build a business. Because they're not going to, you don't have time to do all the things that you thought you could do. You have to keep on recruiting. I don't know how else, this is the most important thing right now. And look to your left and look to your right. 2 of you out of the 3 won't be here next year. 2 of you, out of the 3 of you, won't be in this room when it's 600 people next year. Because you have done something else. Something else got in the way. Your dog burped, and you couldn't get to a meeting. What I mean was, you'll get distracted. That's what's going to happen. You'll miss this, and you'll say, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Anybody here at Herbalife in 82, 83? Anybody? Herbalife in 82, 83? No? Nobody? Okay, 1 person admitted. When did you quit? 83?
I never really get the business to use the product.
Okay, shame on you. So many people got involved in 80, 81, 82, 83, and they quit before the company did $95 million a month in sales in 84. They just quit too soon. How about African Queen, Humphrey Bogart and Kathleen? How far away are they from their goal at the end there? 30 yards? And they're sitting there ready to quit, right? That's what network marketing looks like. Help your people get past that point. Just row the boat a little bit farther until they get that next person in. Just keep them around the flagpole just a little bit more. Because if they can get a few people going, their belief gets up and the success goes up. I want to hear from a few people. Who's been on trips? You've been on trips. So who else here has been on trips? Kathleen just came back again from the Emerald trip. So Becky, who else has been on a trip with Jeunesse? Mediterranean trip. Everybody come up real fast. I'm just real fast about trips. I want less than a minute about being with Jeunesse on trips.
Yep, I went on the Alaskan trip, and if you've traveled before, I've been in direct sales for 20 years, and when you start taking trips with companies, you do get spoiled. I go to hotels now, and I have to change rooms because I'm used to having really nice rooms. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. My husband and I just earned the trip for 2 to the Mediterranean. or not Mediterranean, to the Mayan in July, yay. And they're amazing trips. And you really get to meet a lot of people that you see on the videos, and you get some great tips. And when you start making friends around the world, it really changes your life. I can travel all over the world now and stay with friends that I've met from around the world. So you want to be on these trips.
Thank you. Who's next? That's it. That's how 5 minutes go.
The Emerald trip, yeah,
It's been a joyful trip.
yeah.
Your daughter. Watch out for this here. Diamond director right here in your backyard, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Cassidy. I'm a local lady in this market. I started a business.
September 1st.
Yes. We are in the same day to join this business. And we start to do Jeunesse, I think more than 3 years. Yeah. I have a lot of trip with Jeunesse. It's a free trip. The first one is we went to Caribbean cruise, and also my downline Cassie was in the cruise. And the second one is Sydney in Australia. The third one is Mediterranean cruise. I think the first one should be
Alaska.
Alaska cruise. And been to Maui twice because last year I qualified for the trip, but this year my daughter qualified. I'm as a guest, and we too went to Alaska. Just came back last week, and I have a shirt I have a jacket from Emerald trip. The most I think the most interesting and the most important trip is South Africa trip. That's a diamond trip. We went there and we lived in a very gorgeous hotel in Cape Town. And we went to the wild area to see the wild animals such as mice, tigers, and a lot of things. And then we went to a castle to have our dinner, 7-course dinner from Jeunesse. And every course they have some special wine with it. And it's really a fine dining.
They supply the taxi?
We went there by I think it's a car from the ancient time, I don't know. It's a very special car. And we, like lemon. And we just drove about 5 minutes to the castle, but the company just rent the car for us. And after the dinner, Scott told us, all the diamonds we gave you $10,000 US, so you can buy the diamond in South Africa. Wow! Yeah. That's it. The second diamond trip, we were in Greece and Rome, and we have a very good leather jacket, and a special person went to our cruise and to design our special jacket, but I didn't bring here. And, my daughter and I, both of us have one, and it cost more than $10,000 US dollars. That's diamond trip. So, to be a diamond is very interesting. To travel all over the world. Interesting. I recommend that everybody go diamond.
It's a good recommendation. So, I don't know, after that, I'm going to basically, it's time to do your 90-day plan. Put it into 7 days, 15 minutes increments, you just gotta call everybody, Except for one person in the room, everybody who was invited here by a friend. So that means that somebody that you care about is waiting for you to tell them about this. Somebody that you haven't thought of yet can be the next diamond, the next ruby, the next emerald, the next whatever it might be. We have gifts to give away. What's the program today? Are we doing this all right now? Yes? I don't know if we have all. I don't know.